The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Detroit! Set! 3-19!
They're going to look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Gone! Gone! Gone!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kick. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Able to get up here to the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Muscles him off. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Chambers. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll field this at the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
34 yards there and a 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 8 on the play. Set up a 3rd and 1.
Patriot! Gun! Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Sua Cravens in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded inside the 5. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did. And obviously, they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Patriot! Hurry up, here we go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, go down, go down. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Check. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Hot.
Trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at